Tonight's show featured run-ins, roll-ups, a return that honestly nobody really asked for, brotherly betrayal that everybody saw coming from a mile or at least a kilometer away, Deborah cutting a promo that took forever in a day that's never, as well as Kurt Angle threatening to murder Stone Cold Steve Austin by throwing him off a bridge. I don't know much about the court system, whether in America or Canada, but I really think with video evidence you aren't going to get away with that, and violating international laws probably not the best thing to do. And also, the Canadian crowds really got interesting wrestling programs up there, didn't they? I'm John Renton with the Retro Review of WWE Raw for September 3rd, 2001. Steamrollering towards Unforgiven 2001, but first, got to get through a few more episodes as well as the post-9/11 SmackDown where Stephanie McMahon made some questionable comments. I can't wait to rag on her. It's so easy to rag on that goddamn stupid twat. But we got to talk about this show in the Air Canada Centre, which is really hard to say, in Toronto, Canada. It'd be really weird if it was Toronto, Maine or something. But anyway, this is a pretty memorable show with some pretty good stuff. I can't say the invasion angle was necessarily great, but there are some hidden gems and at least some moments where it's like, okay, I can see why they did this. And it's kind of like rewatching the last year of WCW. You can find some good stuff among all the bad, though. WCW the last year was a lot more damaging. This was just missed opportunity after missed opportunity after missed fucking opportunity. Recaps of Austin tossing Kurt's gold medals off the bridge, so Kurt's out for revenge. We get Taker versus Test. It's a big boy battle with some wrestling, like an arm drag and an STF from Undertaker. And we get some clubbing blows, and suddenly Steven Richards, a return that nobody really fucking wanted, except maybe for him, and maybe not even that. He causes a DQ after attacking Taker. And then we cut to Christian talking to somebody about beating The Rock, and then these two fans show up and say, hey, it's Christian's brother, or it's Edge's brother, rather. It would have been really weird if they said Christian's brother, considering that Christian is right there. So then suddenly, Steven leaves and says he's going to face The Undertaker on SmackDown because he blames The Undertaker for disbanding RTC. To be fair, RTC was well past its sale date by the time Mania 17 came around. So anyway, we then have Vince Carter in the crowd, and this is when Vince Carter was part of the Toronto Raptors, and for a while was definitely an NBA phenomenon. Do. That's what I hear every time I hear that Muppet song. So, but Vince Carter really was good for a number of years. And then we have the Mania 18 press conference, and they are going to be in the Sky Dome. At least we won't have anything monumental like Dwayne's Rockhard Johnson versus Hulk's 24-inch Python, where the crowd just goes absolutely goddamn mental for Hulk Hogan. It's a great crowd reaction, and it really should have main evented because they did Jericho and Triple H no favors. Regal then calls Tori a bloody tart. Yet when I say that, and then Tajiri has picked Big Show to face the Dudleys in a match later. Austin then arrives and does the A thing, mocking Canadians. And then the Alliance caught him off guard and everything. They have a surprise for him. What is the surprise? We find out later. That's how surprises work. It would be stupid. They said, we have a surprise for you. Here it is. So the Dudleys took on Big Show and Tajiri. It was fine. Tori ran down. She excellently was involved in a spot where Big Show got misted and knocked into Tori, and then Tajiri got hit with the 3D. Big Show carries her to the back. Just enough time for Devon to get the tables, and they powerbomb Tajiri through it, and then Big Show comes back, no selling the mist, and tries to rescue Tajiri, not a moment too late. And that's basically it right there. So then Shane and Booker are talking to Christian about facing The Rock and say, hey, how about we'll be at ringside to make sure this is even, because Christian's obviously going to join the Alliance for a little bit. And then Canyon is in Canyon, New York, instead of WWF New York. Praises Austin, all that stuff. They never knew what to do with Canyon. A real shame. So then it's, then Austin is upset at Steph for scaring Deborah, but he's actually paranoid after throwing Kurt Angle's Olympic gold medals off the bridge. He's naturally paranoid that he's going to get his ass kicked, and he will. So Sean Stasiak with Stasiak, if you will, versus Spike with Molly Holly. So after Stacy trips Spike, for some reason Stasiak is a bumbling fool and just trips and gets hit with the acid drop / Dudley Dog 1, 2, 3. And then Stacy and Molly tangle. Stop thinking about it, Zach. You know you're thinking about it. Stop it. Get some help. Zach's awesome. I just can't help it because I know he likes Stacy. So Edge and Christian are talking. Well, this trophy's yours and we'll always be brothers no matter what and everything. It's like finally the seeds are just growing because obviously Christian is going to turn on Edge and their hometown. Oh no. So then Saturn asks Hurricane for help and he looks at the ransom note and says, hey, this M could stand for Matt Hardy. So go get him. My Hura powers, or my Hura senses, are tingling. There are medicines for that. So then Shane and Booker are here where Shane's going to be the timekeeper, Booker's going to be the ring announcer. And it's Christian to a decent reaction. At one point, though, JR and Heyman are going back and forth. Heyman says, and this is Heyman's words, just keep in mind. I think it's obvious Christian's parents hate him. JR says, why is that? Well, 9 months and they name him Christian, that'd be like my parents naming me Jew. And JR is just totally caught off guard. He has no idea what to say. To be fair, I mean, this isn't Herb Abrams there. I mean, that would have been really weird considering Herb Abrams had been dead for about 5 fucking years by that point. But let's hear it for him. Anyway, so yeah, Rock took on Christian for the WCW title. It was 3-on-1 antics, obviously. It was going to be, the crowd was into it. The belt got involved for a little bit, but we get DDT for 2. Christian chants, they were actually booing The Rock somewhat. Bit of a tease for what's going to happen in the Sky Dome, except a lot more people booed The Rock there because they didn't want to see Dwayne's Rock Hard Johnson. They wanted to see Hulk Hogan's floppy 24-inch python. I'm going to make this as uncomfortable as possible. So the referee got pulled out by Shane. Rock hits Shane and then eventually hits the rock bottom on Christian 1, 2, 3. Booker and Shane attack The Rock. The APA come out and run them off. And then Steph and Deborah are excited to show Austin a surprise. Steph's in the ring. 2 troubling chants, shall we say. Chance that she fucking deserves, by the way. And she knocks the Canadian holidays, not celebrating Thanksgiving on the right day. Why would you celebrate Labor Day? You guys are so fucking lazy. And then here's Austin, and she has a brand new truck for him. It's a new truck! And then Deborah does the Price is Right thing. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. By the way, always spay and neuter your pets. Goodbye, everybody. Wait, no, I have more of the show. I'm sorry. I had to channel Bob Barker there just really poorly. Didn't want to channel Drew Carey because I want to channel the good parts of Price is Right, and Drew Carey is none of that. So anyway, the segment was kind of death because it just went on for... I mean, Austin was selling it fine, and we get Angle chants, they leave, and he says it's fine Corinthian leather, rich Corinthian leather. Ricardo Montalban. Anyway... if you got that's a deep cut. Do any of you guys get that at all? I mean, it's just such an obscure commercial. But anyway, he is in the back and does I'm the king of the world. And that prompts Angle to bust out of the semi that's parked conveniently where the door opens and he can jump right into the back of the goddamn thing. They probably should have thought about what they were doing. He pipes Austin from behind, getting his lengthy pipe all over Austin's back. I'm going to make this again as uncomfortable as possible. And drives off with him, and the alliance is all thrown off and everything. Matt and Lita took on Hurricane and Ivory. Hurricane chance, it was alright. Saturn comes down and confronts Matt, and then we get Eye of the Hurricane 1, 2, 3. And then Saturn lays out Hurricane, because Saturn is thrown off by not having Moppy in his corner. This would lead to Raven and Terry wood chipping Moppy, and then they would have a match at Unforgiven. They are fighting over a broken mop. They are fighting over shampoo. So then Edge talks to Christian, and Storm calls them both idiots and calls out the city of Toronto, the city of losers, all that. And then suddenly we cut to Austin being held hostage by Angle. I'm sorry, what? Angle just being in rare form here. Austin being the bagging, sniveling heel. Let me go, da-da. And he threatens to throw him off. He says, this bridge isn't nearly high enough. And then they go back. And then Alliance are all worried. And Stephanie's like, go do something. Where are they going to go? Are they just going to get in cars and start driving around Toronto? You probably don't want to do that when you're Americans driving around a country, or a city you don't know, in another country and breaking speed laws. Canadians aren't exactly great about that stuff, and I don't blame them. We're kind of dicks here. So, Lance Storm took on Edge in a SummerSlam 2001 rematch. It was fine. Crowd pops for Edge. They popped decently for Lance because he is Canadian, obviously. And it was well wrestled. We get the Maple Leaf and to the ropes and everything, the single leg Boston Crab. And then the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling, surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. Lance attacks the knee, and then Christian comes down. There's a chair in the ring, but he fights him off with a chair, and then hands him the trophy and everything, and then clobbers Edge, and damn it, Christian, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. And then does a concerto to him because we knew that was going to happen. And been planted ever since Christian was unable to win the King of the Ring. That was obviously what was going to happen because Christian couldn't succeed like Edge did, and it was jealousy and finally splitting this terrific tag team up. And then, holy shit chance, we get RVD and Rhino versus Jericho and Jeff Hardy. Earl Hebner's the referee, so naturally the fans chant, you screwed Brett. A lot. And this match was fine. It was short, though. Most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. Jericho pins RVD. And that's it. We cut to Austin and Angle on a bridge. It's like, I'll go get your medals back. Just let me go and everything. And it's like, well, They say your life flashes before your eyes just before you snap and hit the ground and everything. And Angle being really dark here, not like the bestiality sex Angle, which was really uncomfortable. But then again, maybe this was a precursor because he was brutalizing a rattlesnake. Anyway, so then we cut to Deborah in the ring, cutting a promo where this was death. This was absolute. Deborah was not good. Deborah was not good on promos. I mean, she was not a natural speaker. Heyman was trying to calm her down and yells at the fans. Deborah was begging more. This went forever. You could have cut this a little bit. Angle, it says, beg for me, Austin. Cry for me, Austin. Beg for me. Beg for it. Okay, I need an adult. I am an adult. By the way, I only hit you because I'm upset about your father. Take that. Anyway, I think that's how the line went. So anyway, Angle wants a return match, and it's granted, and it's at Unforgiven 2001 in Pittsburgh. You're still going over that bridge, and then he pushes him into a pool that is somehow just on the bridge. Why was there a kiddie pool on the bridge? I don't know. Canada does some weird shit. Yeah, this is a pretty damn fun show. It was weird, but it was also more fun than a lot of other episodes. Does it mean the Invasion Angle was good? No, but it was still entertaining in comparison to some of the other shows. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.